Look at all these architecture portfolios, each one special in their own way.
We want to show you and break down the best architecture portfolios we've seen in 2023.
These were taken from the hundreds of submissions we received, and we found so many great examples. We're gonna have to break them down by category of things we like the best.
Stay until the end to see the portfolios with the best drawings, and now let's dive in.
So let's take a look at the best cover. This is one of those covers that just stands out. First, the pink color is super vibrant, saturated, and hard to find among architecture portfolios.
Rendering all of your projects and placing them in the same space with the same graphic language is really powerful and shows character and personality behind the architect.
Of course, a cover becomes strong when it becomes a recurring theme in the portfolio, as we've talked before, and the color and style is something you see throughout the following spreads.
Now next, we're gonna take a look at Alva and Nylon, and this is a cover that we saw in the past portfolio reviews, and what surprised us the most is that this was a sneak peek of what we're gonna see in the rest of the portfolio. Sometimes covers are not consistent or true to the work inside, but this is not the case.
Also, this cover is strong for the picture of the maquette that has one strong red highlight color, and as you mentioned, Oliver, this highlight color is going to be something that we will see towards the middle of the portfolio, so it's kind of a teaser that promises and delivers just as expected.
Also, this goes to show that the cover doesn't have to be this masterpiece that you work on for years. Sometimes it's just the right image in the correct way.
But of course, there were some really good covers that we couldn't leave out, and we have some honorable mentions for them. The first one is by Edward Ulrich. I especially love this cover because of the pastel colors the whole drawing had, the grainy look, and also the text placed in the correct way. It just goes to show how much graphic design can do in an image.
This other honorable mention is creativity at its finest. It takes the white space and inverts it, converting the cover into something volumetrical. Additional to this, the portfolio text is displaced and distorted, giving the whole portfolio a playfulness vibe that is not always seen in architecture. Now let's dive into the best table of contents of the year. We have picked two. The first one is from David Young, and this was one of the portfolios we reviewed earlier this year, and everyone was just so amazed about this table of contents, we just couldn't leave it behind. The rendering of the projects plus the white space and materiality of the volumes was so impactful and interesting.
Now, I knew this table of contents had a strong impact when, after we published our portfolio review episode, we saw many other portfolios incorporate this same style. Now, although having some references is necessary, what was interesting about this table of contents is that it was something new that we hadn't seen before. So trying to copy this in the exact way just defeats the purpose of having a singular table of contents style.
Now, the second portfolio we picked for the table of contents category for this year is Vittorio Lorenzani. This portfolio stood out for so many things that it was hard to place on the table of contents category only. Nonetheless, the strong thing about this design is that one, it's a specific style that is hard to replicate and you don't see it often. And two, it's a promise of what the rest of the portfolio is going to be.
Also, it tells a story of the architect without even starting to see the actual projects. Right from the start, you can see the effort that Vittorio put into it and also the cohesiveness among his projects.
This is the portfolio that just gets better when you get inside and see it, and this is when the table of contents grabs the most power, because then you understand that the architect has so many strong points, from graphic storytelling to design and understanding colors.
And as honorable mentions, we have Boris Levin. This is one of those portfolios that also has a lot of strong points, but for sure, the most eye-catching is the table of contents. It shows some contextuality, which in architecture adds a lot of points. Also, it shows the range at which this architect works at, which in this case is worldwide. So let's take a look at some of the best project spreads of 2023. The first portfolio is by Ollie Beasley, and probably this is one of the stronger initial spreads in this portfolio. It shows some really complex drawings in a way that seems clear and not at all dense.
And then pages 60 to 68 are also the perfect examples of how to balance two types of drawings. You can see it on the left pages, some sides of the projects, and then on the right, an axonometric drawings of that specific site. The white space, thin line weights, and purple tones give these project spreads a strong character and impact. Next up is Santiago Moreno. These spreads show in a beautiful way an ultra complex project. On the left page, you see a sectioned axonometric that highlights the intricate level of detail that was put into this project, while on the right page you see smaller axonometric drawings that show the entirety of the project volumes, as well as some floor plans that are intentionally placed to frame the spread.
In pages 24 to 29 also show how to show plans and drawings of a project in an interesting way. This first spread is centered in the text, and the red arrows highlight the main volumetric actions of the entire architecture, while the second spread is centered around having some white space around to breathe. Look at some powerful sections along with some diagrams explaining the design process. And finally, the third spread gives some life into each volume and shows the architecture in another light while also maintaining some white space around. And of course, for the honorable mention, we have Anastasia Kanina, a mention especially to pages 10 to 11 that shows 3 different drawing styles of the project, each one in a different level of detail, but still within the same aesthetic.
And we had to give out one extra honorable mention for this category, and that goes to William Coyle. Pages 20 to 23 are to show the strength a section can have in a portfolio. In the first spreads, the section is paired with some axonometric diagrams, and in the second one here, it's alone, with a strong cut line that is clear and some soft gray colors that complement the white space. On to the next category, Best Cohesive Storytelling. Nicola Rosso. He shows some strong storytelling skills by incorporating various elements into each project. First, you see a small conceptual map showing where the project is located, plus then a series of basic information that is consistent throughout all of the projects. And then second, and maybe most importantly, Nicola uses texts and titles to talk to the viewer to tell them more about the context of the project in a stronger and faster way.
Yeah, and spreads like, so why don't we design a bridge? We're halfway there and 100% self-constructed show a different way in which you can use text in your portfolio. It all doesn't have to show titles, project descriptions, or page numbers. It can also be used in a fun and interactive way. And the next portfolio that has some really good storytelling is the one by Ryan Quinn. Ryan's way of tying all of his projects together is super interesting in the sense that it's done through color in a specific project he worked on, which is based on color and light. So mixing his architecture projects with these colored squares at the start of each project, as well as in the cover and in the table of contents, gives each project some individuality and also ties them all together.
Cohesive storytelling is also visual, so the fact that each color palette here is tied to the color palette of each project and it translates onto renderings, drawings, and details gives some extra points to the whole portfolio narrative. Color is a strong factor and it should not be overlooked.
And for this honorable mention, we give it to Anna Gabitova.
An honorable mention to Anna for using the cover, the table of contents, and the project spread design to transmit a minimal yet beautiful portfolio design, and then having some strong colors like this red and gray that repeats throughout each portfolio and tie everything together.
And now let's jump into the best drawings that we saw in these portfolios in 2023. The first one is by Filip Bobovic. These portfolios make me want to redo all of my current drawings. It's so crazy how Filip has such strong visual skills that translate onto every style of drawing, from renders up to detailed sections and also site plans.
Yeah, spreads like 22 and 23 are on another level of drawing for sure, man. Although this is a very technical series of plans with a lot of information, the line weights and strong points of the image balance everything out perfectly.
Yeah, and also slides 16 to 17 show the best example of 2 drawing styles, a site plan and a render. This is strong, impactful, and not afraid to use a lot of colors.
Florent is also in the best drawings category, and this is one of the portfolios that could perfectly be in many other winning categories. The cover is perfect, the spreads, the storytelling, everything. But definitely something that played a big role was the drawings.
Yeah, in this portfolio, I had a weird feeling that although each spread is filled with drawings, sometimes maybe even too much for my normal taste, in the end, I wanted to see more. From the Nolly plans to the floor plans and axonometrics, there's an incredible amount of detail and work that just like sucks you into each project and lets you understand it.
And now for the honorable mentions of this category, Jisoo Kim. And although these are very dense spreads, as you can see, I could not avoid zooming into each drawing and seeing the level of detail. This portfolio through the drawings depicts a taste of urbanity in large-scale projects that is really pleasing to watch.
And the second honorable mention is for Christopher Miller. Although this was a very short portfolio, it had 2 strong axonometrics that had a strong impact on the portfolio. The pairing of these along with beautiful spreads like pages 10 to 11 definitely make this the best portfolio.
Now, if you feel completely lost after seeing so many great portfolios and want something similar but don't know where to start, the team at Show It Better has crafted some amazing portfolio templates that you can use as a base to create your architecture portfolio.
From covers, CVs to table of contents, and even project spreads, you can check out our resource store and download the ones that fits your style the most. Or you can also download the entire collection and save a few bucks.
Using them is really easy. Just download them, open the InDesign file, drag in the images and give your personal touch, then adjust the colors, fonts, and contents, and that's it.
This is your key to unlocking a great start to your portfolio. Check out all of our collections in the link in the description and use Portfolio Review to get a 20% discount at checkout.
Now, if you want to submit your portfolio for a chance to be reviewed in a future episode, we're going to leave a link in the video description, a form submission that you can submit your work.
And we're cooking up something really special on Portfolio, so if you don't want to miss out, follow us on Instagram and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you want to see our latest portfolio review, go to Oliver's channel to check it out. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.